The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Exist Stretch. Stop by for your free consultation and 30-minute introductory stretch today.
Yeah, do what he said. Good morning to you and welcome into this Friday. I'm your host, Monica Adams. Thrilled to have you with us as we get into Mother's Day weekend. Yes, we've been talking about this. You just have a couple of days left, and I've got a great Mother's Day idea for you. So if you haven't listened all week or you haven't seen some of my social media posts, we're talking about Exist Stretch. And again, we're so thrilled to have them along with us. All the wonderful things that they're doing. They are, by the way, our official title sponsor. And you can get in right now and have the most incredible, turnaround in 24 hours when you go into Stretch. One of the things you can do for mom is get a 3 for $99 special. That is unheard of, by the way. And we talked about this earlier this week. Do you have to be a mom? No, really, honestly, anybody can take advantage of it and get stretched. As you can see, this gentleman did. His life has changed. So has mine. I've been going into Trisha last couple of Fridays, and it really does unlock the body and gives you just this whole sense of, wow, that's how I'm supposed to be feeling. So I don't care if you're an athlete. I don't care if you are a person who works in the office and you're always hunched over and strained and your body's not feeling the best. Get into Exist Stretch. It's existstretch.com, on social media at Exist Stretch. And again, do not let this pass you by. 3 for $99, and we stress you get that first stretch free. So it's really, in essence, 4 for $99. Okay, you have been told. Now go in there and get it. St. Louis Hills location and Exist Stretch also inside of Exist Fitness in Arnold. We've got a great show on tap for you today. Very creative Foodie Friday, by the way. We are going to challenge the executive chef at the Fabulous Fox Theater to make me like Spam. Why? Because Spamalot is at the Fox from now through May 17th. And it's our creative way to talk about Spamalot, get you some tickets, but more importantly, have any of you ever not tried Spam? It's my first question to you. Have you not had Spam since you were a kid? That's me. Do you hate Spam? Do you love Spam? Those are all my questions so far. Never had it. Haven't had it since a kid. Hate it. Love it. Okay? Drop comments in for me real quick. We are going to get into a little bit of news you can use. Not a lot of that today as we get into our Foodie Friday. And also, I want to know, where are you going with mom? What are you getting mom? All of these fun questions for you as Mom's Day, just a couple of days away. Let's find out what Beckett's doing. We have our aspiring meteorologist on standby in a segment we call What the Weather.
Good evening and welcome into this new More Weather Forecast video. My name is Beck Moore.
And yesterday I had a chance to stop by Fenton Family Dentistry, by the way, which brings us the weather segment. Beckett, I need to know your schedule as soon as you get out. Let's let you finish school. As soon as you get out, I got to get you over there in Fenton to meet them.
Okay, absolutely.
I met the dog, Augie.
Hi.
He's amazing. Can't wait to tell you about him. Okay, so I just mentioned it is Mother's Day, just a couple of days away. Did you go and get something for mom or make something for her?
I think we're going to probably go to brunch on Sunday, but I still have to think about what I'm going to get her.
Yeah, here's the thing. Moms always say, you don't have to spend any money. Just make something for me or do chores for her. That's probably the number one thing, right?
Yes.
She's like, please. Okay, well, how you been this week? Things are getting counting down until the last few days of school.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Actually, yesterday I had my AP history exam, so that exam's over with. So now we just have the rest of the classes, and that'll be not this next week, but the next week.
Did you do good on it?
Well, I don't know yet, but I felt pretty good.
You felt good? Yes, felt pretty good. Okay, can you believe that you're almost a senior?
I know, it's crazy.
Honestly, it feels like you just started. It's nuts to me, but yeah. I'm excited for you. Well, okay, yesterday was really, really pretty. We're heading into a very important weekend as we take care of our mothers. So a lot of plans being made. People are wanting to maybe be outside. Let's find out if you're going to be able to. Beckett, take it away.
Yes, looking at the current conditions right now, it's pretty chilly out there, 52 degrees. Sunny skies, but it is going to warm up throughout the day. By this afternoon, 75 degrees, though we will see increasing cloud cover throughout the day. So by noontime into the early afternoon, that sunshine will be out of here. We'll have some more cloud cover around the area and some showers actually moving into the area late this afternoon and into this evening. So if you have any plans for tonight, make sure to grab that umbrella. Know that we are expecting some scattered showers around the area. Low 53 tonight. Tomorrow looking very nice for your Saturday. 80 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Sunday, though, still increasing cloud cover. 68, still a very nice day. By Monday, we get that sunshine back in the area, 71 degrees. And for the rest of next week, it's looking very nice, sitting around 80 from Tuesday all the way through Thursday.
All right, Becca, well, thank you so much. Again, I hope you have a great one. Do me a favor, tell your mom I said Happy Mother's Day.
I will. Happy Mother's Day to Mama Jackie, too.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'll talk to you on Monday.
All right, see you then.
All right, again, that's a segment we call What the Weather. And as I mentioned, it is brought to you by our friends who I just went and visited yesterday at Fenton Family Dentistry. Their phone number, by the way, is 636-326-7633. It is FentonFamilyDentistry.com. Again, you can find them online or at Fenton Family Dentistry. We're going to be introducing you to Abraham Whitehead. Dr. Jessica is the dentist you get a chance to go see, and then you get to know this entire family. And I asked them, what do you feel makes you stand out from so many others? And they said it's the fact that it really does have this family feel. You know, look at the dog is there. That's Augie, by the way. We're going to introduce you to Augie. He does work for them, by the way. Well, kind of.
Ladies, I'm trying to do my work today. Leave me alone type shift.
He did not want to be left alone yesterday. Yesterday, I had a chance to go and visit him, meet him finally in person. So I'm asking all of you, do you have that special quality care of someone truly taking care of you? Or do you feel like when you go in, you're a little nervous? And I know for me, I've always said I enjoy going in, but there are a lot of you that say, nope, it really kind of freaks me out. I don't like the noises. I don't feel like my doctor takes care of me. I don't feel like my doctor really is, got my best interest at heart, things like that. If that's the case, then you need to switch. And I would love for you to consider Fenton Family Dentistry. Again, you're going to hear all about them coming up on Monday in our Medical Monday. And eventually we get a chance to meet this gorgeous baby right here. Look at this. Good boy. He's on the payroll. That's Augie. Augie is there at Fenton Family Dentistry on a daily basis. And why? Because there are so many people that come in that he feels like he's got to calm them. And then suddenly he's over by them. He's got that energy he's giving them. He hops on their lap if they need that. It's amazing. I don't care whether you're a kid or you're an adult and you feel like you need that little extra something. That's what they're going to give you at Fenton Family Dentistry. All right. I hope you're having a great start to your morning. I do want to give you a little news you can use. Not a lot because we want to get into our Foodie Friday today. But for the last 3 days, I've been talking about the hantavirus. Some of you are just hearing about it. And did I not tell you that at some point, I called this, at some point, they were going to start saying, is this the next coronavirus? Public health authorities around the world working to contain the hantavirus outbreak that started on a cruise ship in early April and has already claimed 3 lives. Despite a stream of alarmist headlines, the World Health Organization is emphasizing the risk to the general public is very low. They're not saying there's not a risk, though. You got to keep saying if there's anything out there, people are going to be concerned. So, according to a World Health Organization spokesperson, they said, I want to be unequivocal here. This is not the start of a COVID pandemic. The director of epidemic and pandemic management said, this is not COVID. This is not influenza. It spreads very, very differently. The current information about the cruise ship passengers, 8 cases have been reported, 5 confirmed by the testing. The others are suspected cases. It's believed that the first person who fell ill came into contact with the virus before boarding the cruise. Now, let me ask you this. Is this the first time you are hearing about this? Have you missed our news you can use over the last few days? Are you concerned? I'd love to hear from you. Do you think that there are just alarmists out there that are trying to get people to get scared, and then who knows what would be done with that? Let me know. I do promise to continue to follow it, though. And I was talking with a friend that I hadn't seen in years at lunch yesterday, and I said hantavirus, and she's like, what? And all of a sudden she's like, wait a minute. Is that something about like inhaling rodent droppings? And I said, yes. Now, they do not, like I said, they don't think it came, of course, on the ship itself, but by somebody who was exposed before they got onto the ship. So kind of crazy, though, but we will keep on top of it and bring you the latest coming into next week. All right, here is what is on tap for you today? National Have a Coke and a Smile Day, if you know, you know. National Coconut Cream Pie Day, Provider Appreciation Day, Knockout Roses, probably my favorite roses. Gotta get those planted. National Student Nurse Day, and we've been talking about this entire week being Nurse Appreciation Week. National Military Spouse Appreciation Day. I love that. If you are having a mother that's a soccer fan like me, maybe they wanted tickets this weekend for Mother's Day weekend to go see St. Louis City SC. Well, they would have an opportunity. It's Colorado and St. Louis tomorrow night. Game time is at 8:30. You know, I put that down below. The win probability, they're saying 28% for St. Louis. They're expecting Colorado to win. Let's prove them wrong. And in baseball news, the Cardinals came out victorious, 2-1, beating the San Diego Padres. So that's some good news for you this morning. All right, let's go to the comment section. I want to see who is up and at 'em with us this morning. The first person on, Sean. Good morning. Kathleen, good morning. Linda, good morning. Jill said, I've never had Spam. All right, you're going to enjoy today's show. Kathleen, never had it. Linda, I've never tried. I wanted to try Spam. Why? Have you seen it? When you open up the can, I don't know. We're going to get into all this as far as the smell of it all. Julie says, good morning all. Happy Friday. Annette Johnson, good morning to you. I have had it as a kid, fried, and it's okay. All right. Dot. Oh my goodness, are you serious? I've known Dot for a long time. Dot said, I love Spam. Spam fried rice is the best. Tried it at Yellow Belly and got hooked. Spam on Hawaiian rolls too. Well, here's the deal, by the way. It is very popular in Hawaii. So that's where we get our recipe from today. Jill said, vacuum the floors, Beckett. See? That's what she wants. She wants her chores done for Mother's Day. My friend's family was eating it when I was a kid. I thought they were poor. I know many people still eat it with fried rice. I did not know that until our chef came up with the recipe today. Happy Mother's Day to all the Monica's Maniacs. Yes. Babs, good morning. Spam. It was only an occasional treat in my young life. Not a favorite. Now look, she just said treat. Interesting. Karen, good morning to you as well. Rose, I'm going to agree. I used to think, we had it and we didn't have a lot of money. I used to think that we had it because that's all that we could afford. I think a lot of people think that way. Karen said, I ate Spam as a kid. Okay, I'm going to be right there with you. I had it when I was a kid and I didn't like it. Linda said, oops, forget type, never. No Spam for me. Okay, no Spam for you. Okay, folks, if you're just tuning in, what we're talking about, Spam. Have you had it? Have you never tried it? Do you love it or do you hate it? We are talking about Spam because Spamalot opened up just this past week and it runs through May 17th. And a lot of times we'll have performers on from some of the shows at the Fox. And when we were talking with my representative I work with over at the Fox, I was like, I'd love to have a performer on, but at the same time, I'd love to do something different. And let's think of a way to get creative with this. What we ended up saying we wanted to do was bring the chef on. They have an executive chef, by the way, with the Fox Club and Curtain Call, making fantastic food. So I thought, I'm going to challenge you. Could you possibly make me like Spam? We'll find out. That is our Foodie Friday on tap for you today. And then I want to know also, as you're watching, what are you doing with Mom this weekend? We're going to take Mom to brunch, and then we might even go somewhere else after that. Maybe a lot of people, if you're going to go to a winery, I'm going to ask you this, go support those that support us. Defiance Ridge Vineyards is one of our many sponsors, and please thank them all below. Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa will be back with Positive Talk Time next Thursday. JG Optimal Wellness back with us in a couple of weeks. Spas and more. I stopped by yesterday. I've got some good news, by the way. Defiance Ridge Vineyards, as I just mentioned, they have so much on tap. We'll be back with them for What Your Whistle Wednesday next week. Dot Fleshman, who's watching right now, she's along with you. She's part of you. She is our real estate extraordinaire. Childress Legal Nurse Consulting will be on with us in just a couple of weeks, back with our Testament Tuesday. Garden View Care Centers, we'll be talking about them for a long, long time because they took care of Mama Jackie. We had a phenomenal connection, and now they're part of our show. Also, Exist Stretch, our title sponsor, and they're inside of Exist Fitness. By the way, they do have a sister company that I want you to check out, Life Exist. $38 for a massage or facial. That's what they're running right now. And they have a location in Rock Hill, Kirkwood, and Brentwood. Have you heard about them? If not, there you go, everybody. I've told you, you want to give Mom a great massage or facial. Well, that's the thing you need to check out. They're brand new in our area. And then, of course, as I just mentioned, Fenton Family Dentistry. Those are all the wonderful businesses that allow this show to be here to wake you up with positivity each and every day. So do me a favor, support those that support us. Okay, we've got a big show on tap for you today. Executive chef from the Fabulous Fox Theater is going to join us along with one of the performers. And we're going to talk about spam, 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 and Spamalot.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
Welcome into a Foodie Friday. I predict this one might be the funniest one we've ever done and the most creative food that we're making in a particular realm, and you'll understand in just a second. Have you had a chance this week yet to see Spamalot at the Fabulous Fox Theater? If you haven't, you're missing out for belly laughs, and I do mean belly laughs. We'll tell you the full run, how you can get tickets, etc. But let me introduce you to the executive chef at the Fabulous Fox. This is Charles Williams, and then Nathaniel Mahone. Thank you so much for being a part of our Foodie Friday.
Thank you for having us.
We, behind the scenes, became very creative of how we wanted to, because a lot of times we'll do interviews with the performers, and then we were like, spam. Can we pull the chef in and make spam? Something that some of you may love, something that he's never had.
Yeah.
I've had once. Nathaniel?
I've only one time.
One time. Okay, so I love the fact that you've never had it before. What is it about spam that you've made you not ever eat it before?
It's just never been anything I've had to experience. I mean, my grandparents definitely have had it and stuff. Growing up in Missouri, but yeah, it just never really came about.
Okay, so when did you have it? Do you remember?
I might have been 5 years old. So
I think me too.
Quite a few decades.
No, much more for me, by the way. Here's what happened. So, of course, chef does what all good chefs do. They have this all prepped and ready for us. And so I went like this. I'm going to make Nathaniel. Actually, it's not as bad as the first Nathaniel smell.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what is the oh, wow?
You know, it's pungent. It's pungent, all right.
I don't even know how to describe it, but there's some of you out there that swear by spam, and there's probably like entire Instagram pages that have to do with it, right? He's going to make it very creative. I'm going to be so surprised if by the end of this, you make me want spam. Yeah. We'll see. He's like, same. So we'll let you know what we're going to be making. By the way, we are in the Slyman Brothers kitchen, this beautiful kitchen. Nathaniel literally just said, this is pretty in here. We have Slyman Brothers to thank. These beautiful appliances that we're going to be cooking on. Today, we're going to use the induction stove. We have Gen Air appliances, by the way, and thanks to the wonderful Slyman Brothers, they allow us to do these Foodie Fridays. So please do us a favor, support those that support us, and find those appliances that work for you. Okay, before we get into obviously what we're going to make, you've been an executive chef at the Fox for how long?
This is my second season, so August will be my second year.
And Nathaniel, I love this. Nathaniel graced the stage just a few days ago at the Fabulous Fox and was in awe because the only other time that you've been there was in your teens.
Yes, I was a part of the Teen Talent Competition back in 2019. So it's very different now to do a full musical versus my little tap dance that I did when I was like 16.
Right, but it's like, you and I both talked about this. I've been on stage a couple times, like bringing people on, and then I've been back there doing the tour, which I highly recommend, by the way. And doesn't it blow your mind when you realize who has graced the stage?
Yeah. There's so many signatures. I was backstage and I saw Cheetah Rivera.
Oh, wow.
And I was just flabbergasted. There was Pink Floyd. There's so many signatures up on the elevator, down the walls, in the basement.
Yep.
You could spend like an hour and a half and you probably wouldn't get through half of it.
And you found yours from when you were a teen?
I found mine. It's bad handwriting because I was bad back then. But it was really cool.
What about for you? Knowing who has walked the stage, who really blew your mind?
I tell everybody every single day when I walk in, I go, it doesn't get old,
Yeah,
right?
no.
It's amazing walking into the theater itself, and then you go backstage and you see all the signatures. One that pops up to me is like Motley Crue, right?
Yeah.
All right, you walk in there. I grew up listening to Motley Crue with my parents and stuff like that. So it's just seeing all of those productions, and again, what goes into all these productions and all that. It's just amazing what goes in the theater.
It is, and so again, like I said, I highly recommend if you've never been on the tour that you do so, and then just continue to support all of these. So one day they'll go, Nathaniel Mahone was here. You are actually from our area. You grew up in Chesterfield?
I did, yeah.
Okay, but this is your big debut.
Yeah, it is.
And so I think you told me on opening night, did you have a 4th grade teacher come in the
Oh yeah, I
audience?
had my 4th grade teacher, my 5th grade teacher. I had my pastor come. My sister came in from Chicago. I had like 32 people. So it was a good crowd for the Nathaniel Mahone fan club.
And by the way, I understand that in this production, you are sliding across more than anybody else. He's got double knee pads on, folks.
Yeah, I think it's the youth that they saw in me, and they said, let's make him slide and do all of these different knee tricks. But it's really cool. It's hard on the bones and hard on the joints, but I did soccer and football, so I'm used to it.
You're tough.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they go through PT, by the way. They have to take care of the bodies. You're right, though, Chef. There are so many people that don't understand. And that's what's done flawless, right? That we get a chance to be entertained and sit in the audience and just be moved to so many different emotions, but not truly understand what it takes to put that on day after day, matinee, evening performances, and then move on to other cities, right? That's the whole thing. So what have you loved, since you've been there a couple of years, about what you provide? Because it's an entire experience.
When I first started, my favorite production was Hamilton, right? And seeing that, and for 18 shows, I sang front to back the whole time in the kitchen. Everybody got annoyed. It was great.
You could sing that fast?
Oh, it was awesome.
Because if you haven't seen Hamilton, by the way, it's like, keep up.
It's amazing. But just, again, what goes into the productions, what we do in the kitchens, and three different restaurants, plus some catering, maybe backstage or whatever. It's just so much inner production every single day for 2 straight weeks for these Broadway shows that it's amazing what we go through.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about Spamalot, which already opened. I'm going to give you the full run here of where you can go, website to get tickets, how long it will be, the national tour playing the Fox through May 17th. Tony Award-winning Best Musical Comedy back. I'm so excited for this. Again, St. Louis native Nathaniel Mahone is in this. Spamalotthemusical.com is where I want you to go so that you can get information on tickets, and then be sure to catch it. Now, there are many shows, Tuesday through Saturday evening, 7:30 p.m. They also have Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m., Sunday afternoon at 1, and then an evening performance on Sunday, May 10th at 6:30, and a 1 p.m. matinee performance on Thursday, May 14th. Again, fabulousfox.com/Spamalot to get more information on those tickets. So we, again, are going to talk about the show for those who have never seen it, and flying animals, and the Lady of the Lake, all of that. I hope you understand Monty Python and the Holy Grail. If you haven't, you've never seen it, now you get a chance to see it play out on stage, which I want to, as we go into the break, I want you to talk about the difference of people who've only seen like the movie to then seeing it in a stage production.
This musical has all the songs that you loved from the movie, with some new songs by Eric Idle and John Dupree. But it's the same classic comedy that you're familiar with Monty Python. Our director choreographer Josh Rhodes is really, really smart about making sure that we keep the comedy true to the original, but we have to modernize it because it debuted in 2005 when I was about 2 years old.
I was going to say, were you even alive?
I was young, but I was here. But so he was really smart about making sure that what we do with the comedy is relevant for the current times. We have pop culture references. There's great improv that we do for local cities. So there's some really cool things for the St. Louisans. But it's your classic comedy. I told my father it's very similar to Les Mis, but the exact opposite.
Wait, what?
But it has all the classic jokes and the fart jokes and the physical comedy that you could possibly love for 2 hours and a half just joy.
Look, there's going to be kids watching going, Nathaniel just said farts.
I
The kids are all ready for this now. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about the show and what you can expect. And I'm only going to give you a little bit because I want you to get and experience this. It is a longer show, by the way, so understand that. Sometimes we always wonder, what are the shows that we first should introduce someone who's younger to? And sometimes it is it appropriate for them? How the timing of it all, right? That's huge. You don't want to turn them away from theater, but I think this one's fun, right? If you can get some Red Bull into the kids, and give them some, then they'll get the energy. So before we go to the break, what do we need for our Spam dish today? Spam?
Spam. So we're going to make like pineapple Spam fried rice.
Okay.
So we have the Spam. In fried rice, you have eggs and you have onions, peas, carrots. We add a little pineapple to add a little sweetness to it. And your typical just stir-fried seasoning, soy sauce, a little bit oyster sauce, sriracha for some spice, sesame oil, and then we're going to garnish with some green onion and scallion.
So Nathaniel, do you like peas?
I do.
Okay, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Don't. So peas and Spam, everyone that knows me is like, I can't wait to see her eat this. Okay, so again, we have a really creative way to get Spam before you see Spamalot. You should put it all together like we are. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more on Spamalot on this Foodie Friday when we return.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
Welcome back to a Foodie Friday. We're talking about Spamalot at the fabulous Fox Theater. If you don't have your tickets yet, please get them. Again, whether you want to go to an afternoon or an evening performance, matinee performance, they've got it for you. They just opened up just a few days ago to a thunderous applause, right?
Yes.
They better be treating everybody well.
Oh yeah. It was a really great St. Louis welcome for our cast.
Lots of laughs.
Yeah.
What did you see most from the stage? Again, this is your debut, so what was your experience like from opening night?
You know, I don't think I realized just how big this theater is. This is probably one of the biggest theaters we'll do on tour. It's about like 4,500 seats. And there's something so crazy about looking at this huge audience and getting just a sound of laughter on stage. It's really, really cool. And I don't think it's something that I ever anticipated.
Again, and so as you're growing up and you're like, I wonder what the first debut show will be for me. What did you think?
You know, I always thought it was going to be The Lion King.
Oh, very young.
There's a famous story that I told to my sister the other day about how I had signed up to audition for The Lion King when I was like 5 or 6.
Really?
And they contacted my mom saying if I was still available, and they asked if I could come to the United Kingdom because I had unintentionally signed up for the West End production auditions. And so my mom was like, I think he really wants to do theater. And so now to be back at the Fox on stage doing Spamalot, a musical comedy, it all seems to make sense with my life.
But at one point he's going to be in Lion King, I bet you.
Oh, I hope.
Make it happen, folks. Somebody make that happen. So Spamalot, okay? So we're going to talk about the show while we're cooking. If you didn't hear going into the break, we are making Spam pineapple fried rice with fried shallots. Okay, so how do we start our dish?
So you get the oil hot.
Okay, and again, we're using the induction stove. So this is the whole thing about how quickly induction works. Have you ever cooked on induction?
Once, in a hotel room, and it took me about 45 minutes to figure out how to work it.
That's the beautiful thing. So the guys and the girls at Slyman Brothers, they'll be like, this is how it works. It's this fast. It is a little learning curve in the beginning, but then it becomes really easy. So it's fast.
It's fast.
Yes. And that is the thing that I've heard from most chefs. They always come back and go, that's the only thing, because you're used to figuring out timing with gas or electric. So I always ask every chef that comes in every week, what's the hierarchy? Is it gas first and then electric or induction?
Yes.
Or
I have gas at home.
Would you put induction second?
I would definitely put induction second.
And then electric.
Because it's clean and it's not as harsh as electric would be, because electric gets hot real quick, and it's way too hot, right? But with like gas is more mellow, but with induction, it just, you can, honestly, a lot of them, you can set the temperature. And, you know, if you want to boil a pot of water or something like that, you just set it and you're ready to go.
In 90 seconds. 90 seconds, Nathaniel. I'm serious. It's like, wow, it's boiling already. And a lot of people like these because the surface stays clean, unlike trying to get into everything with gas. Okay, so we've got Spam, we have eggs, we have onions, we've got peas and carrots, we have pineapple, we have rice, we have shallots, and we've got all the seasonings again for a traditional stir fry. So we can use, would you prefer to use a wok or something like this? Yeah,
typically, because a wok has thinner walls, it gets hot really fast, and with fried rice specifically, you're trying to get that caramelization. You're trying to, I don't want to call it burn the rice, but get some crispiness on the rice, get some caramelization on the pineapple, crisp up your Spam. And so a wok would be best, but we have a nice wok-shaped.
If we didn't put Spam in this, what would be some other good protein sources that you would like?
Personally, I like pork fried rice, because I think pork has a lot of flavor, has enough fat in it. A lot of people like chicken, beef, really anything goes in fried rice.
Have you ever done this with Spam before?
No. Yes. No, again.
Love first.
First time for Spam.
So what do you love most? I've never been able to be blessed with you making something for me. So tell everybody, because again, they're like, oh, so can we eat at the Fox, etc. Tell them all about that.
Yeah, at the Fox, we have, first and foremost, we have our private Lexus Club, Lexus Fox Club.
The Lexus just joined this year, right? Wasn't that? I love that sponsorship. Way to go, Lexus.
What's the slogan? I already forgot what it was. But tradition meets
excellence, maybe?
Excellence, like that.
Luxury? Tradition meets luxury.
And it's personified. Personified in the club itself. I mean, it's what we're aiming for. And we have, you know, people have had their memberships for such a long time, and they pass it on to their kids and stuff like that.
Love
so
that
it's just
tradition.
Basically what Lex is looking for too. But we had the Fox Club. You know, we dine pre-show dining before the shows. The first 5 row members and our suite holders, and then open to the public. We have Curtain Call Lounge. It is on the left-facing side of the theater.
I'm there all the time, by the way.
It's a great bar, great cocktails,
phenomenal food,
quick food,
salmon. To die for.
And
there's flatbreads. I'm serious. I'm there on time. I can tell you the whole menu.
It's great. And it's a lot of fun, and it moves quick down there too. And that's kind of what we're looking for.
You know what? I'm glad you just said that, Charles, because that is so true. People are coming down. They're like, "Do I have time to eat before?" And it's always been like, "This is an experience. It's probably going to take a while." No, they get you in and out to the show in time.
And that's our goal. You know, I mean, yeah, we are the theater. It is the theater business. We're here for the show. So our number one priority is getting everybody to the show on time. So if you're in a hurry, let's get you going. But we do have time to make great food and put it out with the care that you want, and not just throwing stuff on plates.
Right.
You know, it's not a rush. But
again, so what he's doing today, this is what I love about chefs, is they can create for us. So we challenged him to make Spam, obviously for Spamalot. Let's go back to that for a second without giving it all away. For those that maybe have never seen Monty Python, can you set the stage for them?
Yeah, we're in England, and King Arthur is trying to find his knights, to find the Holy Grail.
The Knights of Me!
The Knights of Me! It has everything, this show.
I saw that.
But you know, in typical fashion with Monty Python, a couple things go wrong, and we end up in France, we end up in Finland. But it's this great story about this man trying to accomplish this goal and needing help with his friends to do something important.
Yes.
All while making people laugh for 2.5 hours.
Probably laugh more than you've ever laughed before. And I mentioned flying animals. I can't wait to see that play out. That's the thing about the behind the scenes aspect of how they pull those things off.
Yeah.
That's what always blows my mind.
You know, we rehearsed in New York for about 3 weeks, and I've never laughed more in those 3 weeks. But it's something really cool to see. We have a bunch of people, you know, our King Arthur was a genie on Broadway.
Aladdin, right?
Aladdin?
Yep.
And, but our Lancelot has done a lot of improv with a bunch of places. He's toured all across the country. We also have our Patsy, who was in Mary Poppins. So it's this plethora of different kinds of actors and comedians who all are just really, really funny. And it was really great to be in rehearsal and see them play and figure out how do we make this animal do this?
Right.
And what can we do with this prop that makes this work? And about 2.5 hours later. So it's a really smart group of people making a really funny show.
Yeah, again, I've seen it only once. I cannot wait to see it again. So Spamalot, as I mentioned, opened just a few days ago. So we are telling you about it so you can get your tickets and then doing something creative with it in the meantime. So the executive chef, again, from the Fabulous Fox, and then Nathaniel Mahone, who is in Spamalot. So we've got Spam. So from a timing frame, so if somebody does want to make this at home, because you're nuts. No, I'm kidding. You want to make this at home, time frame that they would need, like if they've got, the kids actually like Spam, or we like Spam, how long would it take?
I mean, this fried rice is typically a really quick dish. It's kind of, one of those like 30-minute meals you probably could do with prep and making it really quick.
Including chopping up and everything?
If you're good with a knife.
Yeah, I need knife skills. I'm going to bring all my favorite chefs back, and I'm just going to go teach me your knife skills.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Are you good with the knife?
No.
No?
My father's the cook, and I wouldn't dare enter his kitchen.
It's like rocking the boat.
Exactly.
Is that right? That's what I've been taught.
Because if you look at a chef knife, it has that kind of flat side and then an angle. You kind of just rock it in there, and you're keeping your fingers away. I don't want to cut fingers up.
Have you ever?
The only time
What's your worst injury?
The only time I've ever cut myself on a knife was getting it out of a knife bag.
Wow.
You're like,
That's
dang
great,
it.
though.
Yeah, because the paring knife caught on the little band that was holding it down. The sheath came up and went right up my finger.
Otherwise, you're right, though, because I'm sure chefs are probably like, get those fingers back.
Oh yeah, you gotta
and
keep
it's also
the claws,
don't do this and then
there's
ruin
no
and
bang,
dull the
yeah.
knife. Okay,
Don't
so
use glass cutting boards either.
see, he's got some tips for
My
us.
mother-in-law does.
All right, once again, folks, the national tour, again, playing the Fabulous Fox through May 17th. And then, Nathaniel, where do you go from here?
We go to Chicago.
Chicago,
Yeah,
all
so
right.
we'll be in Chicago for 2 weeks, and then we go on to New Orleans. So we're just kind of hitting all of the Midwest right now.
How many cities?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. We've done, I'm sure, well over 20 at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, we opened in December, and we did an East Coast stint, a West Coast stint, and now we're back in St. Louis.
And this is what you know about these performers. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and a lot in the shows that you don't even know about, a lot of practicing, a lot of the things you have to do for your body to stay athletic for what you have to do on stage. And that's the thing that people don't understand.
Oh yeah, it's fun to, excuse me, it's really fun to do this kind of show, and then it's really physical. There's a lot of physical comedy, but also like a lot of like great tap dancing, and then we finish the show, and then you hear cast members go, well, I'm gonna go hit the gym, and I think growing up that's not something that I ever really realized, that like in between two shows, the actors are going to do a hour-long gym session.
Okay, that I did not know.
To come
I figured it'd be
back,
on off days.
And I might be young, but I also like to like lay down and rest. But
He's like, I'm sleeping.
but it's really great, because now doing this tour starting in December, I myself have had to kind of change my routine to support what I'm doing on stage, and we have great people, great PT. We have a lot of great recommendations when it comes to the gyms we go to, and people that we can go for massages.
Yep.
But it's a really crazy thing to think about, all the things that go into putting up this kind of show consistently.
The show, again, is Spamalot through May 17th. And if you miss out, you have yourself to blame. Because, again, we're talking about, working out. It's one of the best ab workouts to laugh. And this is the show that will make you laugh. Yeah. All right? So get us caught up to date where we are.
For sure. So I'm just crisping up the Spam.
The Spam doesn't
a
smell
little
as
bit.
bad as it did
actually
before.
is smelling better as it's
smells
cooking.
nice.
Oh my, did anybody notice that yet? Started out as
smells
cat food.
kind of
Now
great
we're
now.
working our way to something.
It's caramelization of the sugars.
It is.
And a little Maillard
yeah, I
reaction
didn't.
on
What
that.
is the base that we're cooking in? Did you do? Is it just olive oil?
So yeah, I just used actually soy oil. It's just
Soy oil. Oh, I like
salad oil, and I just started that, get it hot, and then I put the Spam in here just to get it crisped up.
Looks like a little hot dog.
Yeah, it does, and it's crisping up real nice. I'm gonna pour it out here in a second. But.
So we will, again, we're going to run through. I'm going to give you the ingredients one more time, and we'll actually drop this in comments for you. So you have 12 ounces of Spam. This is going to serve 4 people?
Yeah.
Okay, so 12 ounces of Spam diced up, 4 cups of cooked jasmine or long grain rice, day old preferred, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, soy oil, 3 eggs, lightly beaten, a small onion diced, 3 cloves of garlic minced, a cup of frozen peas and carrots, a cup of pineapple chunks, 3 green onions sliced up, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of oyster sauce, a teaspoon of sesame oil. I love this because I like spice. A teaspoon of sriracha or chili garlic sauce. And he's got a half a cup of fried shallots and a little salt and black pepper to taste. Again, this is Spam pineapple fried rice with fried shallots, serving 4 people. So 1, 2, 3. Zach, 4. We got to share with Megan in the background. She's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite dish that you've made in the last couple of years outside of Spam at the
for
Fox?
sure. Oh, I mean, I grew up mid-Missouri, meat and potatoes kind of guy. Just anything on a grill, beef, pork, any of it. Just see if it's the best thing, if it's seasoned appropriately, cooked right, that you can't beat.
What's the most creative thing you've done at the Fox?
At the Fox, we currently on the menu, we're going to try to keep it very seasonal. A lot of compliments we're getting right now. I was on the halibut in the Fox Club with spring ramp garlic, anchovy like butter on top of that. We just kind of baste it and roast it slowly in the oven with that, and it's gone over really well. One of my all-time favorite sandwiches is an Italian beef from Chicago.
Oh.
Right now we have a French dip on the menu. We're kind of making it a little Italian beefy, and I've made some house-made giardiniera to put on top. It's a little spicy.
Spice, yes.
And some au jus, and I would be lying if I didn't have one of those last night.
This is all about being real, Chef. Come on. Again, the executive chef from the fabulous Fox. I hope you've had a chance to have some of his remarkable food. And for you, what is your favorite type of cuisine? Because I want to know, where would Nathaniel go in St. Louis?
I really love the Italian food. So
you like on the hill?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And listen, I don't cook as much, but I do make a really mean pasta alla vodka.
Oh, look at you.
Thank you. But yeah, I think the Italian cuisines are definitely like up my alley when it comes to foods.
I agree. My husband's family is Italian, and so I didn't eat a lot of pasta before. Still don't, just from a health standpoint. I've got to find out different. But I'll ask you this. So when we go to the grocery store and we're getting like lentil-based pastas, chickpeas, he smiled for a second. I want to get your viewpoint on those. What do you think?
I like them,
Yep.
and they have extra protein and all that in the pastas and stuff like that. Being somebody who's on a protein diet right now, just getting that 100 grams is what I'm kind of like my dietitians like recommended.
That. Yes.
Stuff like that helps.
See?
Getting protein pastas and stuff like that. So they're great, and they're not that much different than regular pasta.
I think it tastes great, and I like the fact that I'm like, okay, and it doesn't make you feel so bloated. And that's probably the reason I didn't used to eat a lot of pasta. But okay, so again, we're gonna have a little rice with this. We're gonna take a break. We are talking about Spamalot, and we're making Spam on our Foodie Friday. More about the show, what you can expect, and anything that you can tell me from the preparation prior to, any fun stories. Think about that for a second, and then we will share that with you, with Nathaniel and Charles when we come back. Am I healing the Parkinson's? But I am helping it subside. I'm helping him feel better.
Oh, definitely.
Not only in the moment, but sometimes for the next day or maybe even a couple days. And that's why he keeps coming back. If it didn't feel good, you wouldn't come back.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
And she said he won't have tremors when he's on the table. And I don't know why that happens, but she'll tell me he doesn't tremor when he's on the table. So for whatever release is in his body for that period of time, it's been very beneficial.
So you just find yourself being able to calm and be in the moment?
Exactly, I'm more relaxed and calm.
Welcome back on this Foodie Friday. This is a lot of fun. I told you there's going to be a lot of laughs in this, just like at the theater. So if you have just tuned in, we're talking about Spamalot that runs through the 17th. Get your tickets. Go to a matinee, an afternoon, an evening performance. Again, Spamalot is the show that will make you laugh and laugh and laugh. We wanted to do a creative way of telling you about the show by making Spam. The executive chef is Charles Williams. And this is how fast induction stoves are, by the way. During the break, he already did the eggs. I think we all witnessed it was 30 seconds, right, Nathaniel?
It was really fast.
So Nathaniel Mahone, by the way, is in the performance. So I went into the break saying, think about some stories for me while we cook. So what's our next phase after those 30-second eggs?
So after I pull the eggs out, I put a little bit more oil in there, and I'm going to saute pretty much everything together and have it together here in the next little bit.
All right, we're going to let him cook while we're talking. So again, I'm looking at all of the things that take place. You've been in other cities, you come through here, anything that's taken place either on stage during performances or possibly in rehearsals, etc.
Yeah, there's a lot of improv in our show.
Yep.
There's a moment between King Arthur and the Knight of Ni, who challenges King Arthur to come up with, he says, we've changed our name. And it's the longest, most fantastic improv moment where our actor, Chris, comes up with a very unique set of names and jingles and chants for our King Arthur Major to repeat. And there was one particular show where Major, who was a former genie on Broadway and on tour, Chris said, okay, we're going to do this moment in the show, and I'm going to throw in a little bit of Friend Like Me. And it's great to see Major navigate this complex series of things, and then in the middle, I got to watch Major go back into his mind of, oh, I was the genie, and then slowly realize that, oh wait, I'm King Arthur. And the crowd just lost their minds because you're watching this man go, this is something very iconic, to be the genie and now you're King Arthur.
Right.
And I think everyone backstage and on stage was giggling.
Sure. Because
it's like, how crazy is it that we get to be on stage with someone singing Friend Like Me, and then at the very end of it, he's saying, nationwide is on your side.
Yeah.
It's the craziest things. And I would say I'm really professional on stage, but there are a few moments where I can't help but giggle.
Good. Yeah. We need that, right? We need a little bit more of that. I cannot believe you are making this smell so good. But that's the brilliance of an executive chef, right? Well, you've been with the Fox for a couple of years, but as far as a chef, give me your background before coming there.
Yeah, so I actually went to school locally at Le Cordon Bleu back in 2010. And from there, I did an internship at Walt Disney World.
Did you?
I was there for almost 6 years.
Wow.
Worked full-time at a few fine dining locations, quick service locations, and that operation is massive. Then kind of wanted to move back home, so I moved back home to Columbia, Missouri. Worked at a couple restaurants there.
Okay.
Worked at Blue. Then we wanted to move away, and we came to St. Louis. And
you've been here how long?
Been to St. Louis since 2015.
Love it.
So, I worked at Missouri Athletic Club for a couple of years, for about 6-7 years, and a couple other spots in between, and now I'm at the Fox, and it's great.
That's a brilliant career, by the way, and that's what you have. So if you are lucky enough to be in the Fox Club, or again, curtain call, love that. Really amazing food. By the way, a lot of people are always looking. I've had so many people text me, where should we go before? And I'm like, curtain call. I'm telling you, you will be blown away. And we're going to go back to the fact of the speed of getting this incredible food out and then into our seats. By the way, have respect and be in your seat when the show is beginning. Don't be held back. Okay, what do you think is the most brilliant aspect of this performance?
Oh, I think, there's a lot of comedy, but I also will say that the singing in the show is really, really great. I think there's sometimes with a musical comedy, you think you're going to go down and sit and it's going to be something really funny, but you have some really great classically trained singers in our show. Our Galahad in our show, he's been on the West End in Les Mis and has done this Oklahoma. He has a gorgeous voice, and so I get to goof off, and I get to wear a nice black bob cut wig and dance around in my little 3 pairs of knee pads.
Now it's 3.
It's 3.
It's growing.
By the end of this, I'm sure I'll probably have 5 with my knees.
Oh my God, we can't look. I'll see it in my seat. I'll be look at all that on his knees.
Oh yeah, you'll be like, what's up with the shape of his legs?
He's the Knight of Ni.
But yeah, the performances are this. It's so varied because the writers of our show are very smart to make sure that everyone has every opportunity to walk away with something that they like, be it the comedy, the singing, the dancing. I can't really get enough of the things that are in this show.
So for those that have never seen it, or never seen the movie, or know nothing about it, what would be the one thing that you hope is their takeaway after seeing Spamalot?
That you can accomplish anything with the community. And you
I
can do
love
it with
this.
laughter and with joy. And
Look at you. Very philosophical
Listen,
here.
I've been on this tour
He's
long
like,
enough now.
listen. My little 23-year-old said, listen. No, absolutely. And it's funny, I feel like you're a very old soul.
Yeah.
Have you been told that before?
I have.
Yeah, so you can feel that in, but again, a blessing.
Thank you.
A true blessing, and I'm excited of the influences that we have local. This is the thing that I love to celebrate. Sure, we love talent from all over the world, but every time we have these shows come through and I'm like, oh, another one from our area. Love this, let's do this, right? Isn't it? It's so cool to see. Again, all the people that have graced the stage, but how many of them have a tie back to St. Louis?
I'm very, very lucky. There's not a lot of us, and the funny thing is, just from doing theater around the community, we formed like a small little group chat, and so I can text friends who have, be it with A Beautiful Noise or The Great Gatsby or any show that comes through the Fox. There's always someone that I can text and say, hey, I'm so happy that you're home, and it's a great support system, and then you have friends and family to come see you. I'm really lucky. This is a really unique and a dream come true kind of moment for me.
I love it. I can't wait to continue to follow your career. Again, this is Nathaniel Mahone. We're almost in our wrap up of him cooking for us as we get a chance to sit here and have fun. He's doing all the hard work back here. So one more time, let me give you all the information on the screen. This is Spamalot, SpamalotTheMusical.com, national tour playing the Fabulous Fox, already underway through May 17th. And I mentioned it earlier, Tony Award-winning musical comedy. Just absolutely incredible. If you have not had a chance to see it, you need to. Lovingly ripped from the film classic, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. What's your favorite song in it, by the way?
Oh, Knights of the Round Table.
Okay. What's your favorite song in it? Uh-oh.
He's like, I'm cooking.
Always look on the bright side of, I thought you were going to sing for me. I'm like, oh my gosh, we almost got him singing. Yeah, critically acclaimed 2023 Broadway revival, but as Nathaniel said, it first galloped onto Broadway in 2005. So you just think, so many incredible performers over the years since he was 2 years old. Okay, our final break. Oh yes, this actually might be good, folks. This is going to blow my mind. Zach, by the way, our director, let's always thank those behind the scenes. He has many times made almost every one of the dishes that our chefs make. He'll send me a picture on the weekend. Look, I just made this. You think you're going to make this? He may. He's like, I may try. Okay, we're going to take our final break, and when we come back, it is time to taste Spam for Spamalot, and we'll give you the final information of how you can get tickets, so don't go anywhere.
Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with The Real Monica Adams Show. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@therealmonicaadams.com.
Welcome back on this Foodie Friday. We are in the wrap-up. We have been featuring Spamalot at the Fabulous Fox Theater, underway through May 17th. Get your tickets. We'll give you all the information on the website, how to follow them on social media, by the way, as well. You can see some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and all of the fun. Again, thank you, Chef. This is Executive Chef Charles Williams. He's made us some fried rice with Spam, and I cannot wait. We're getting ready to plate it up. While we do that, Nathaniel, any other unique things for us to know about this performance?
There's a lot of really cool, unique elements of the show, be it the really wonderful set designs or the costumes, but there's one really particular cool moment that happens if you're familiar with the movie, with the Black Knight, and the costume, without giving too much away with it, is designed by Penn and Teller.
Really?
Yeah, so there's some really cool illusions that happen within the show to make it all work.
Well, and Nathaniel, we talked earlier about the behind-the-scenes aspect, an entire team that pulls things together. You know that. You couldn't do what you do well without the brilliance of the team that you build. Zach, shout out. He does a wonderful job on these shows, by the way. But again, we want you to go because we don't want to give it all away, but the flesh wound and not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
It's probably my absolute favorite, and it always sticks into my head. Okay, you ready to play it up?
Absolutely, yeah.
So we started this by smelling the Spam by itself, that all of you that are used to opening up, maybe when you were growing up, mom and dad, look, at the time, Spam is because it was affordable. And it's that's what they had to serve. So I get that. That's how a lot of people are introduced. But if you can get creative, like Charles has done, suddenly you can make it turn into something else. Because if we had scratch and sniff television, you would know that this has drastically changed. I can't wait for this. What would you pair this with, by the way? This is the first time ever that I've thought about this. What would you pair this with from a drink standpoint? What do you think?
Beer.
A craft beer. All right, we don't have. We may have one here. Okay, and then you're gonna put
little green on there.
Little green, because Mom wants us to eat our greens.
Well, that and we all eat with our eyes, right?
This is true.
Make sure it looks good. A little bit of fried shallot on top for garnish.
I need pictures of this before I eat it. Zach, will you take a picture of this? I'm gonna get this out of the way. Because look, I'm gonna show people that I'm eating Spam. Spam. Spam, spam, spam. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
We're ready. Okay. And so I know every good chef says you got to get a little bit of everything, right?
A little bit of everything,
because that's why you put it all together.
Yeah,
How long
the
did it
big
take you
piece.
to come up with this recipe, though? When we said we wanted you to do this.
Well, I think like Hawaiians use this a lot, and so I thought, look up some Hawaiian Spam recipes, and Spam fried rice was one of the first ones on there, and I said that sounds like we can do that one.
Okay. Cheers, cheers. Here we go. It smells way different.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
You wouldn't even know it was Spam. What do you think? What would you say the texture is like?
Like a hot dog.
Yeah. I said hot dogs earlier. Absolutely. I mean, obviously, by the look of it, someone would be like, "Oh, is this ham?"
Yeah, exactly.
I would think it's ham.
Like a
All
fatty
right,
ham.
Spam by itself. You just made me like Spam.
They're pretty good.
It is. It's good when you keep going back for more. Nathaniel said he's hungry, so we're going to let him eat as we wrap things up. Everything that you need to know about Spamalot. Thank you both so much, by the way. This was so much fun. Okay, where can you get your tickets? You want to go online to spamalotthemusical.com. You can also connect with them on social media. Instagram, X, Facebook, or TikTok. Find them and follow along with the show, as well as where they go from here as they continue on. Beyond St. Louis, they're going to Chicago next. The national tour, Tony Award-winning Best Musical Comedy, is back. Thank you so much.
Thank you
You're
so
both
much.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
Folks, if you have a chef or a restaurant or something very creative that you would like us to make, I think this might be the most creative to turn something that we would all go, to wow. Let us know. info@therealmonicaadams.com for a future Foodie Friday. Thank you all so much. Don't go anywhere. We'll wrap up the Real Monica Adams Show next. Well, welcome back. Michelle just said it. I knew you'd like it. That is crazy. Okay, so I'm telling you, you just have to get past the opening of the Spam, because when you first open it, it doesn't look good and it doesn't smell good, but it has to evolve into something. That's the beauty of a transformation, is it not? Charles, I love that you were watching along with us this morning, and Nathaniel's probably sleeping because he was performing last night. I had a chance to go and see Spamalot. He is so, so good, by the way. So folks, if you're looking for something for Mother's Day, you want to laugh, all out laugh, go to the Fabulous Fox before the show wraps up on May 17th. All right, I'm going to give you a rundown. If you're just tuning in, we're in the wrap up of the show, but some of you might be looking for things to do for Mother's Day. So let me give you a rundown of some of them. But as I do this, let us know, either now live or when you watch this later or maybe on replay, where are you taking your mom? I'd like to get some creative ideas. So if you ask AI, best Mother's Day ideas in St. Louis, brunch at the Moonrise Hotel or Jazz St. Louis, exploring the Lallmeyer Sculpture Park Art Fair, which I mentioned the other day, that starts today through Sunday, visiting the Missouri Botanical Garden for Chinese Culture Days. Other top options include buy one, get one admission for moms at the City Museum, a special breakfast by Fork in the Road, or maybe brunch at the Lemp Mansion. Some brunches and dining ideas, the Fountain on Locust, shout out to you, offering an Art Deco goddess experience. Yes, because moms are goddesses. With complimentary champagne and gifts for moms. Jazz St. Louis, they have a brunch buffet with live music. They get a complimentary mimosa. Edgewild, now that's a place we may stop by after we take mom to brunch. We're going to go to the old house, I think it's called Hog Hollow in Chesterfield. And then my brother's like, hey, let's run over to Edgewild. They've got a buffet there as well on the 10th. There's a brunch in St. Charles at Novellus, 801 Chop House, 801 Fish, some upscale dining options if you want to go into the Clayton area. But again, from an experience standpoint, Missouri Botanical Garden, Lawmeyer Sculpture Park, World Bird Sanctuary, that's a good idea for you. They've got a flying bird show for families. Eckert's, don't ever forget, great family outing. They have a strawberry festival. Forest Park, classic choice for a picnic or a ride on the boathouse paddle boats, and the weather should be pretty nice. Go down to the Arch, by the way, free admission. Some unique experiences. The whole family would be City Museum, Fork in the Road Foundation, St. Louis Aquarium, maybe a spa day. And I was just mentioning earlier, you want to buy something for mom and get the kids involved. A massage or a facial. $38 special, by the way, with the new business in town called Life Exists. Folks, look them up, follow them on social media, Rock Hill, Brentwood, as well as Kirkwood. $38 for mom. You can afford that, right? Massages and facials. That is what I'm telling you about. I also want to say congratulations to Salt and Smoke. I saw that they're opening their Edwardsville location this weekend. So more jobs coming to Edwardsville. And we've got to get over to the Illinois side, by the way. Don't think that we don't want to. I just need some new people on my team to start working to get us over there. You're welcome, Stephanie. Happy Mother's Day to all moms. Have a good weekend. My mom's been gone almost 5 years, and that's actually how I was going to wrap up. Remember that not everyone has their moms right now, so be cognizant of that. Be aware to check in on them, see how they're doing. But to all of you fabulous moms, one of the most incredibly hard jobs, and yes, it is a job all day long. I remember we used to do a recap of what moms should be paid for all the work that they're doing while everybody else is at school or over at work. They're working, and then they continue to work when you come home. Nothing better than that love of a mother. So to my mother, I can't wait to take you out and shower you with all the love and attention that you deserve. And I just want to say once again, I am thrilled. It's crazy how it all came about, but we are so thrilled to have along with us this incredible new sponsor, all because they took care of my mom. And it started this discussion of, hey, we'd love for you to be a part of the show. GardenviewCares.com. If you have not heard of them before, they have 3 locations. So if you're tuning in right now and you're like, wow, it's that time for my loved ones to be thinking about where can they be cared for like no one else. Doherty Ferry, O'Fallon, and Chesterfield, Missouri. 3 locations. GardenviewCares.com is where you can go. And this is the outside view as you just step in. You can see the calmness of it all. You can see the love in the hands, right? We are turning them over to the hands of the wonderful caregivers at Garden View. In fact, we're going to shoot at their Chesterfield location next week. And then we're talking about going along with them to one of their outings. They're going to go to a jazz outing. And I love that because they absolutely do love music. GardenviewCares.com. Welcome aboard the Real Monica Adams Show. Thank you so much for taking care of my mom, and now they can take care of your loved one as well. Folks, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the gorgeous weather. Don't forget your mamas. Again, make her something. Just spend time with her and soak up the time because, again, when those moments are taken away, you would just love to have one more second, one more conversation, one more phone call. We're going to wrap up with Divine Inspirations. This is from our friend Marietta Devine with A Girl of Prayer. I almost gave up until I realized how far I'd already come. God didn't bring me this far to leave me. Nope. He will carry you through the fire and you'll be better on the other side. I love you all dearly. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait for our Medical Monday, introducing you to one of our brand new sponsors, Abraham Whitehead and Dr. Jessica from Fenton Family Dentistry. That will be our Medical Monday. From now till then, a big hug to each and every one of you. Happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful mothers out there. God bless you all, and I'll see you. Be kind.
The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Exist Stretch. Stop by for your free consultation and 30-minute introductory stretch today.